So my little sister's been homeschooled her whole life, and the other day I was having a conversation with her, and I told her that she will never know the struggle of being the only black kid in history class during Black History Month. I remember the first time I was called the N-word. I think any black person would remember the first time they were called the N-word, or let alone, I think anyone who knows the history behind that word remembers that time. I was from Virginia and I moved to California. So I was the new girl in middle school and the only black kid in history class. Lucky me, I was a new girl during Black History Month. Yes, now everybody really notices me. So of course, me being the new girl made it worse because you're new and you don't have any friends, so your confidence level is already low, as it is in middle school. But like I said, I moved from Virginia to California, and when I lived in Virginia, I noticed there was a lot more culture over there, a lot more different colors, a lot of diversity, a lot of just different. When I moved to California, it was the first time that I was like, oh, I'm the only black person in class. And you have to understand that my mom was very pro, let me teach my kids about their culture, because the schools don't, let's be real, they aren't going to teach a lot about African American culture, except during Black History Month. So my mom taught us a lot about, African American cultures and people that were black that did amazing things in America. And of course we learned about slavery, and she taught us about the N-word and how bad it is. She taught me about my grandparents and my great-grandparents, about how life was when they were, back in the day that was kind of bad for black people. So she taught me all these things about like the N-word and how it's like a really hateful word and you shouldn't be saying that word. So in my head, that was like evil word, never say it, no one should ever say it to you. If someone says it to you, they probably want to kill you. Okay, so now that you guys have a little backstory, we can get back to the main story. So it's my first day in middle school. I'm the new black girl during Black History Month. So I'm in history class, and we coincidentally have to watch this movie about slavery. And all throughout the movie, we're learning all these things that they did to slaves and how they punished them, and the whipping, the hanging, people are getting decapitated. The N-word is getting thrown around in there like, crazy. The movie's going super loud, and I'm getting really into this movie. Like, I actually like watching stuff like that. It teaches you about history and appreciates, how far we've come and the freedom that we have. But so I'm in class, and I'm really getting to this movie. All of a sudden, I kind of get out of it and look around me and just notice that everyone is just kind of staring at me. They're looking at me with the biggest sympathetic faces that I have ever seen. They were pitying me so hard because I'm black, and these are my people on the screen right now. Just kidding, but I know they probably just felt really awkward because they aren't used to that, and it was a heavy movie, and I was the only black person there, being the new girl, so they didn't really know how to react, so they just kind of felt bad for me. So everyone's looking at me with the whole, I'm so sorry this happened to you and your people, Michelle. Except this one kid, the overweight Pakistani guy with the annoying sideways hat, was just staring at me in the back of the room like, and I'm just like, oh my God, here we go. I already knew this is one of those douchebag kids that's gonna try to get me to react to something stupid that he's gonna do. After school, I'm sitting in the lunch area with people who weren't really my friends. They kind of just let me sit with them because it's kind of the nice thing to do when there's a new girl, so they let me sit there. But I'm doing my homework, and then sideways hat boy comes up to me. Let me borrow your iPod. And I say no. This dude flips out and starts saying, whatever, nigger. And when I was younger, when my mom told me what this word meant and, the history behind it, I was like, if anyone ever calls me this, I'm gonna tell them that it's wrong, and they shouldn't be saying this, and I'm gonna stand up to them. When I was called that, I literally sat there like I was in shock that this guy is calling me this word. Frozen. You're called that for the first time, it's like a shock. And you kind of just sit there like doing nothing because you're like, what? So I sat there like a freaking idiot, and he walked away. And then he comes back and he says, Did you hear me, nigger? You're a nigger. In front of everyone. So by the third time, I finally stood up. I don't know what I was gonna do standing up like that, but I stood up and I was gonna do something. And before I knew it, these two white boys stood up, pushed this guy out the way, started telling him off, and I was like, you guys are actually standing up for me? And that was like the start of my whole like soft spot for white boys. That goes to show you, I see a lot of memes and things on the internet calling white people stupid and they're racist and prejudiced. The first person to call me an N-word was freaking Pakistani. So I want to finish my video saying one of two things. I know with me posting a video like this, it opens up the opportunity for internet warriors to be in the comment section going ham with that N-word because you know it annoys me. I just want to say I don't address comments like that, so have fun. And two, I want to say I just hate that word. I hate that people think it's okay to say if you're black. I hate that the media and rappers use it all willy-nilly. When people say it, it doesn't make you look that intelligent. I hate that people put an A at the end of it and say, oh, it's a friendly word now. Because I'm pretty sure if a white cop from the South with a heavy, thick Southern accent went up to a group of black people and said, what up, my nigga? They wouldn't like it very much. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. I'm sure that it will bring up a lot of interesting conversation in my comment section, and I'm looking forward to hearing it all, even if you disagree with me. When was the first time that you were called the N-word or that you heard someone else get called the N-word? Tell me the story, I'd love to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share my video. Follow me on Instagram and find me on Facebook. I will see you guys next video blog.